What's up, guys? So it's been a while since I made a video. The last video, if you saw, was me waking up from top surgery. So yes, I did fucking have it. Yes, I am shirtless right now, and I have been shirtless basically every day since I've been allowed to, and not had to wear the binder. Wow. So are you guys ready to see it? Because I'm ready to fucking show you, and I'm ready to talk about it. So let's basically go over how it went. So I went in there, had my appointment in the morning, got called to go back. My support people, which was my best friend and my mom, stayed in the waiting room until I was all changed and geared up to go. So I went in the bathroom, I peed in a cup, I changed into the hospital gown and everything with the hairnet on, with the cool socks. Went to my bed, got in bed. It was like a kind of an open room with like safety, the privacy curtains and everything, but there was like 3, maybe 5 other beds in there. So it was cool, just chilling. Talked to my nurse for that procedure. The anesthesiologist came in and talked to me. I let him know that I was like really nervous and had a lot of anxiety about it. So, and thus I was also had anxiety about nausea. So they gave me a patch, which I got before my surgery day. It's called, I always say it wrong, it's like scopolamine or something like that. It's for nausea. So the patch, the night before my surgery, I put the patch on behind my ear, like right here where there's like no hair or anything. And that was good for 3 days, and it was for nausea. Then the anesthesiologist was like, I'm going to give you 2 different things for nausea, so you'll be good. And he said there's something else that they gave you before they put you under that kind of makes you like a little loopy, so you just like really don't care. And I was like, okay, great. I felt comfortable about it. Like the anxiety wasn't hitting me as hard as I thought it would, but I thought like, okay, once I start walking back, I'm going to start freaking out, you know? So they got my IV in. I answered the same questions like 4 times about medical history and stuff. They just really want to make sure that they know like what they're doing and that they're not going to give you something that you're allergic to or whatever. So like I have an allergy to aspirin, so I had 2 wristbands on. Then my mom got to come back and my best friend got to come back, and we were chatting it up or whatever. And then when they were ready for me, instead of being like wheeled in there, it was right around the corner, and they're like, it's easy, you can walk in there, and it's easier than wheeling the whole bed and making you get up and all that shit. So I just walked in there with my nurse and said bye to my mom. My best friend got in there, got up on a stool, got myself on the operating table, got laid in there. My nurse was really cool. She's like, what's your dream vacation? She's like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about like, you know, what kind of music would you want to listen to like while we do your surgery and that kind of stuff. Even though, you know, I'm gonna be out, she's just really like caring and sweet, and she knew I had really bad anxiety, so she's trying to calm me down. And surprisingly enough, like I didn't freak out when I got in there. I laid down, and then people started coming in. My anesthesiologist came in. He turned something on my IV, and I can feel it like rushing into my veins. And then he sat behind me, and I was like, okay. And then suddenly I was like, whoa. I was like, I feel high, and I was like, that's the good shit, huh? He didn't really like my sense of humor. He didn't say anything. Then he said, oh, I'm gonna give you some oxygen. I was like, okay, cool. Put the mask on my face. It was huge. Like it was like covering like to here on my eyes, so it was like hard for me to see. And I remember being like, man, this is it's hard to breathe with this thing on. And then I remember thinking also, I was like, hey, like I can't really see. This is like, it's hard for me to open my eyes. And that's all I remember. Then I was out. Then I woke up, and I remember like waking up, and it's like waking up from like a really deep sleep where you're like trying to wake up but you don't want to wake up really because you're like so tired. And I looked around, and I was back in the receiving room, and I was like, are we done? And she was like, yeah, you're all done. I was like, what time is it? And it had been like 3 hours, and I was like, wow, okay. And then I went back to sleep, and then I didn't wake up again for another hour. And then my mom and my best friend came back and everything, and then that video my best friend took, so you can see that I chopped up kind of the dead spaces and just left like the parts where I'm talking, and some of it's pretty funny. But yeah, so I didn't get drains, no drains. I got a double incision with nipple grafts. I specifically requested like a certain type of scar or incision line because like I really didn't want like half circle incisions or anything. And thank God my surgeon, she didn't really like those either. So that was an easy one. We had a disagreement. It wasn't like an argument or anything, but she was like, I like to do towards the middle like this way, and I was like, well, if they're gonna curve in the middle, I don't want them to connect, because I don't like that V, upside down V kind of shape. And she was like, okay, well, if you want them straight across, I can do that. She's like, it tends to get more hypertrophic and scarring in that area because the skin is so thin, because the breastbone is right there, or the sternum is right there. And so, yeah, but she listened to me and she was like, okay, whatever you want, I'm good with that as long as it gets you the results. It's like, I was like, well, flatness is absolutely priority number one. So I had the bolster dressings on my nipples. If you've ever seen those, they're like the yellow ones that kind of look like little like dumplings, kind of, for lack of a better word. So I had a compression binder thingy, which is this guy right here. It's yeah. And I had to wear that for 10 days straight, and it was extremely tight. And they told me, they're like, it's gonna be so tight, it's so uncomfortable, but it's only like that for 10 days. Plus I had the dressings on and everything underneath, so it was like, oh, it was so uncomfortable. But I made it through 10 days. I got a little bit of chafing, cut the dressing down a little bit so that I had more space for my arms. It wasn't like cutting into my skin. Made it through 10 days of that. They gave me Norco for pain. I didn't take any of them. I used extra strength Tylenol, and I used actually CBD gummies, which I think I have some of those guys right here, but I live in the great state of California, so plus, I mean, CBD's not THC, but I did have THC too to help me sleep. But the CBD gummies were for pain. They're 500 milligrams per gummy. So, the first day I took extra strength Tylenol. I only took this extra strength Tylenol 3 times, and I took CBD gummies anytime I felt like I was in pain or that I was uncomfortable, and those helped a lot. Like, I didn't have to take Norcos at all. Like, the pain was totally manageable. So I was really happy I didn't have to be on any narcotics to make sure that the pain stayed away. So 10 days of that. The intense itching that happened around day 5 was terrible, and that was the part where I really thought I was gonna have to tap out and wearing that binder, but I made it through. I have a video that I'm not gonna post because it's just really personal to me, but it was my reveal, and I've shared that in a couple groups on Facebook with other guys, and I just don't, it's a private moment for me, and I'm like really open about sharing things and sharing my experience, but that to me is like just a really like intense moment, and I'm not really up to like share it with the whole world. But yeah, it was amazing. I didn't cry, but like I felt like I was about to, and I was just like blown away. I just kept saying fuck, like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't stop staring at my chest. Yeah, so we're day 21 was on Tuesday, so we're on day 24? Yeah, we're on day 24 post-op, and the scabs are almost all gone off my nipples, and I'm feeling really great. I can't wait for the swelling to go down. I can't wait to start scarf treatment, and I cannot wait to go back to the gym. But the binder, once I got it off, on day 10. After that, I had to wear it for one more week, 24/7, but I didn't have to wear it as tight. And now I have to wear it for 2 weeks when I sleep, and I actually after tomorrow, I only have to wear it for one more week when I sleep. So I'm still sleeping with this guy on, but mostly it's just to help reduce swelling more, and that's pretty much, and it makes it so that you're like conscious of when you're rolling over in bed and stuff, so you don't like pull the skin or anything, because the nipple grafts aren't as strong as ungrafted skin yet until like week 6, so we're only halfway there. But yeah, you guys have made it through this far in the video. Now I'm going to show you, congratulations, you made it through 9 minutes of me talking about my surgery. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like. Are you guys ready? Because it's pretty awesome. Boom. Ta-da! This is me right now. So, as you can see, there's a little bit of hypertrophic scarring right here, but it might go down 6 months to a year. 6 months is when a lot of the swelling is gone, but, you know, it takes a lot of time to heal the incision. But it goes, boom, to back there. Oh, sorry. To back there. And it's still kind of red, but there's parts where it's super flat. And I'm really digging it. And honestly, like, I'm happy. I'm proud of my scars. I had plans to get them covered. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually so proud because they're battle scars, you know. I fought for these, so I'm stoked. But yeah, if you have questions, post them, and I will answer them. I don't want to make this video super long, so if you have questions, post them, and I will do a Q&A if I get enough questions. If not, I'll just answer them in the comments. But yeah, that was my top surgery experience, and I'm taking pictures every week, and I'll make a video showing the progress of healing and everything, and I'm probably going to go over scar treatment pretty soon. And then I've been thinking about doing some videos about like just general care, like skin care and beard care and stuff like that. I don't have a beard, but I've been doing a lot of research on how to grow one, so I might be doing a video about that too. So, questions, post them below. If not, the next video I make, I will see you guys then. Peace.